Few names in history carry the weight of Julius Caesar. To some, he was the visionary who reshaped Rome, expanded its power, and laid the foundations of an empire that would last for centuries. To others, he was an ambitious usurper, hungry for glory, blind to limits, and ultimately the man who brought down the very republic he claimed to serve. If this video made you see things from a new angle, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Hero or Villain, and share this video. Thanks for watching. The rise of a general. Caesar's story begins in 100 BCE, born into a patrician family with noble roots but little political influence at the time. From the start, fortune and ambition were intertwined in his life. As a young man, he narrowly escaped execution during the dictatorship of Sulla, spared only because powerful allies intervened. It was a brush with death that left him determined never to be at the mercy of another man's power again. Through oratory, military genius, and shrewd alliances, he clawed his way upward. He joined forces with Pompey the Great and Crassus in what history calls the First Triumvirate, an informal pact that allowed him to secure the consulship and launch his military career. His conquest of Gaul was no ordinary campaign. For nearly a decade, Caesar led his legions across forests, rivers, and battlefields, defeating powerful tribal confederations, most famously Vercingetorix at the Siege of Alesia. These victories not only enriched Rome, but filled Caesar's coffers, cementing the loyalty of his soldiers. And Caesar was no fool when it came to shaping his image. He carefully wrote and published his Commentarii de Bello Gallico, his war diaries, where he cast himself as Rome's tireless protector and brilliant commander. The Roman people read his words, and soon his name carried an aura of destiny. The Ides of March. The Senate seethed. Even his allies whispered in corridors. Would Caesar soon crown himself king? Rome, proud of having expelled kings centuries earlier, could not stomach such an outcome. On the morning of March 15th, 44 BCE, Caesar ignored warnings of omens, prophecies, and even his wife Calpurnia's pleas. He entered the Senate chamber in the theater of Pompey. There, he was surrounded by conspirators, over 60 senators, led by Brutus and Cassius. Daggers flashed. Caesar fought at first, but then saw Brutus, his protege, perhaps even his son in rumor. The shock froze him. Legend says his final words were, "Et tu, Brute? You too, Brutus?" Then, he fell at the base of Pompey's statue, his blood staining the marble floor. The conspirators thought they had saved the Republic. Instead, they unleashed civil war, paving the way for Octavian, Augustus, Caesar's adopted heir, who became Rome's first true emperor. Legacy, visionary, or destroyer. So, was Julius Caesar the greatest leader Rome ever produced? An unmatched general, a reformer, a man of destiny who expanded the horizons of the Roman world? Or was he a power-hungry dictator, whose arrogance and thirst for absolute control shattered the Republic and doomed it to monarchy? Perhaps he was both. A visionary who gave Rome structure, stability, and ambition, but also a tyrant whose shadow loomed so large it consumed the very freedom Romans once cherished. Did you know? The month of July is named after Caesar. His calendar reform was so precise that it only required a minor adjustment 1,600 years later, leading to today's Gregorian calendar. Despite his reputation as a conqueror, Caesar was famously merciful, often pardoning his enemies, though that mercy did not save him in the end. Sketch of the day. A marble statue of Caesar stands beneath a stormy Roman sky. One side of his face catches the light. Calm, proud, commanding, laurel crown resting upon his brow. The other side is shrouded in shadow, eyes narrowed, mouth hard, as though weighed down by ambition. In his hand, the laurel wreath of triumph. At his feet, a blood-stained dagger glints in the rain. Behind him, faint outlines of senators blur into the storm, some faces resolute, others haunted. Half hero, half tyrant. Entirely unforgettable. If this video made you see things from a new angle, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Hero or Villain, and share this video. Thanks for watching.